Thank you.
That's South Africa's opposition party, the DA's Gauteng Shadow MEC for Health, Jack Bloom, discussing a raid by the Hawks on properties allegedly linked to tender irregularity contracts at hospitals in Gauteng province. The second Summit for Democracy is underway in Zambia. It's co-hosted by the US, the Netherlands, Costa Rica and Korea, and has seen world leaders speak to a number of democratic concerns around the globe, from wars to climate change. Our Zambian correspondent Arthur Davies Sikopo reports from Lusaka.
The two-day Summit for Democracy Zambia is co-hosting with the United States of America, Costa Rica, the Netherlands, and the Republic of Korea has opened, being held both virtually and physical. But the opening session being done virtually, Zambia's President Hakainde Hichilema, who led a session called Democracy Delivering Strong Institutions, spoke to the need for having electoral bodies that are independent so as to conduct elections in a free and fair manner. The Zambian leader, who assumed office in 2021 August after defeating then-incumbent Edgar Lungu, that was president for 7 years, Mr. Hichilema said strong institutions in the name of political parties are critical to democracy and change of government.
The servant leadership is important for delivering democracy. We also need democracy to deliver strong institutions, and I'm delighted that one of the leaders has raised the issue with regard to strong democratic political parties. Change of administration, good governance is guaranteed. I want to use the example of Zambia. I'm the 7th president of the Republic of Zambia. And out of these 7, 4 of us have come from different political parties. And every time there's been change of government, of leadership, we've done it peacefully, democratically.
About 10 world leaders were present during the session and gave their remarks on democracy around their jurisdictions and other matters. Prime Minister of Sweden, Ulf Kristersson, talks of authoritarianism systems and their concerns to democracy. United Kingdom Prime Minister Rishi Sunak says stakeholders like the media and civil society, among others, need to be embraced for democracy to be strengthened. He also speaks to his country's support for Ukraine against attacks from Russia.
It's why we're improving our cyber defenses and protections against illicit finance. And it's why we're standing with Ukraine against Russia's relentless attack on the Ukrainian people, their sovereignty and their democracy.
German Chancellor Olaf Scholz also weighed in into the Russia-Ukraine war, stating that Germany stands with Ukraine.
Making our democracies more resilient against threats from within and from without has become even more pressing since Russia launched its apparent war on Ukraine.
While President of Kosovo, Josa Osman Sadriu, says democracy must also protect the minorities.
Democracy is the path our people chose, and we continue to choose it every single day through exemplary elections, peaceful transition of power, upholding media freedoms, and the highest constitutional protections of human rights afforded to minority groups.
And French President Emmanuel Macron says democracies must also be used as catalyst for a green world, especially as the world today faces climate change.
So much that remains to be done for peace and stability, which are endangered by the climate change crisis. We absolutely need strong and legitimate institutions. That is why I fundamentally believe that we have to rethink democratic.
During the first summit held in 2021 in the US, Zambia, like other countries being party to it, made a number of commitments, such as the improvement of people's rights to assembly, association, embrace the holding of free and fair election, among others. And during this second summit, being held in Lusaka, Zambia, in the US, the Netherlands and Costa Rica, Zambia and other countries are still making commitments and are expected to speak to progress made and further make commitments that will enhance democracy. Reporting for the SABC's Channel Africa in Lusaka, Zambia, I'm Arthur Davies, Scopo.
As the search for jobs continues to be a struggle for many South Africans, some in Alexandra Township north of Johannesburg have had to look into other ways to earn money. With service delivery lagging in the area, roads continue to deteriorate in the impoverished township. Pearl Magubane spoke to some young men who've opted to repair potholes in order to feed their families.
London Road is a major route that not only connects Alexandra to Sandton, but is also a popular route used to get to the Eden Meadow economic hub and major freeways.